The local town hall was full of angry parents awaiting the arrival of Mr. James, counselor in charge of recreational facilities in the town. They had hoped that some of the other counselors would appear, but Mr. James arrived on his own, other counselors being conspicuous by their absence. They were concerned about the lack of playground facilities in the town and were determined that something be done about this. Mr. James was famous for his smooth talking, but the parents were determined that he would not get away with eloquence tonight. Tonight they would make the point that actions speak louder than words. As the parents expected, Mr. James immediately went on the charm offenses when he entered the hall. True to form, he had prepared a speech which said how much the children of the town meant to own the counselors and how concerned the counselors were about the welfare of the young, and he began to read from this. To his surprise, he had hardly got into his stride when he was interrupted by a man who suggested that he cut the cackle and get down to brass tacks. Mr. James was appalled at the man's rudeness, but the other parents were on the side of the interrupter. They were already up in arms about the lack of action on the part of the council, and Mr. James' smooth talking was simply adding fuel to the flames. Mr. James had suspected that the parents would be a difficult audience to please, and he was getting more than he had bargained before. Many of them had spent several years trying to get the provision of playground facilities improved and increased, and they were quite determined to get their impatience and dissatisfaction off their chest. Mr. James tried to point out that some improvements had been made in that existing equipment had been repaired. However, this was simply dismissed by the parents as too late. Mr. James was absolutely exhausted by the time the parents had finished telling him exactly what was required if their children were to have safe and interesting places to play. He made a great many notes, and he also made a mental note not to attend the next meeting on this subject. He would send his deputy.